Hey, what's up, rock stars? It's Rox, and I am coming to you today with the review for Claws Season 2, Episode 8, you guys. So let's get to it, shall we? Alright, you guys, so I'm going to do this out of order, but I'm going to try to make it make sense because I hate jumping around, and you guys know that. Okay, so we're trying to keep like stories together, but make sure that it all makes sense. Now, they are all trying to figure out what happened to Desna. Dean, are you sure that she was arrested? Yep, Dean watches CSI, okay? Now Ann shows up and they were like, what are you doing here? Thought you was done. Ann was like, I knew it. I knew something like this was going to happen. I tried to warn Desna, but I'm here now, okay? Because Desna's her girl and she can't leave her high and dry like this. Dean is upset though. Where's my sister? He's starting to get into one of his episodes, and Virginia was like, you guys don't worry about it, I got him, because he brushes off, he's just upset. Now Desna, where is she? She's being processed in, okay? Got that look on her face like, I cannot fucking believe this has happened to me. They sit her down in the interrogation room, and Quiet Ann's girlfriend, is questioning her. Desna's looking at her like, weren't you fired? And she tells her, no, she's working for the feds now. Okay, this was a condition to getting her job back. But look, your name was heard on the wire, so at least we know that Quiet Ann did not tell the girlfriend anything. I said, well, good. Quiet Ann's girlfriend tells her that you mixed all up in this shit, okay, and you facing 25, 30 years in jail. Are you ready to do that? Now at the shop, Desna's client is there. She's waiting. Where is Desna? I've been waiting 20 minutes, okay. Everybody comes up with different stories. She's at the church, she's at a gynecologist appointment, and finally Dean says she's in jail. Matter of fact, y'all know Dean ain't got time to be mincing words around there. Polly's daughter comes in there and she tells her that her mom called her, and the mama's gonna be there tomorrow, and that she's not on drugs anymore, that she's changed. Polly says, she's an addict, so nothing ever really changes, but I'm sure that Polly is worried because she loves her daughter to death. Now, Desna finally calls Polly, and all the girls are relieved, okay? Desna's like, listen, I need you to listen. Don't talk, just listen. She says somebody was wearing a wire around them. Polly is like, what? Where's Dean? Okay, Dean is here. He's okay. Everything is fine. Polly reassures her that she's going to get her lawyer man down there to take care of her, get her out of jail, and Desna's looking worried. She was like, girl, it's go time. And that's usually code word for shit is about to get real around here. Okay, so Polly has all the girls come out of the shop, and they're all like, what are we going outside? They in the parking lot, and Polly tells them, look, there's a wire. Somebody's been wearing a wire, Desna said. And I mean, the damn shop could be wired. They try to figure out who might be wearing this wire. Virginia was like, it ain't me, because Virginia always got on just a little damn bra and biker pants. Okay, they was like, it could be Quiet Ann. You was the one that had a problem with her, but Quiet Ann was like, don't even start it. First things first is we got to get Desna out of jail. So Polly, she says that she has a lawyer, and they're gonna start trying to destroy evidence and just making sure that they get the shop as clean as they can. And Dean is listening and is like, wait a minute, no, we can't do that. You guys are talking about destroying evidence. Here you guys go making bad decisions like Desna. But you know what? I will take care of it. Virginia is trying to calm her man down. Wait a minute, Dean. He's like, no, I got it. And he runs off. I said, Lord, Virginia, please get your man. But you guys know that Dean is not one that you can just kind of wrangle in when he's in his episode. Back at the jail, Quiet Ann's girlfriend, what is her name? I can't think of it right now. But she, y'all all ain't got to tell me either. It's not that serious. But anyway, she's telling Desna like, girl, 25 years, are you sure you want to do something like that? I mean, damn. What about Dean? I know how you care about Dean. I know how you care about your crew. You try to take care of everybody. What's going to happen to Dean? All right, we can't leave Dean to Virginia, even though Virginia seems to have a pretty good handle on Dean. But anyway, she's playing on Desna's mother inside. Desna has always taken care of Dean, and that's going to be her one thing that keeps her. So, Quiet Ann's girlfriend was like, let me help you. I was like, bitch, we don't trust you at all. So they put Desna in the cell, and as soon as she gets in there, the people start harassing her. And I said, oh, poor Desna. The ambiance of the jail permeates her space. So while Desna is in jail, one of her old clients comes in, this girl named Mandy, and evidently Mandy had it all going well for her when Desna was doing her nails, but we looking at Mandy, and Mandy looked like a cat that's been dragged through the keyhole. That's what my mom would call her, just a raggedy mess. Evidently, she done had a bad turn of luck and she done got on drugs. And Desna's just trying to tell her, girl, when you get out of here, you need to go to therapy because this is not what you are. Desna is trying to convince her that, girl, you are not fine. Well, she wants to know why Desna is there. She tells her it's a long story. Mandy says, girl, we gonna get out of here. By tomorrow, we are getting out of here. Desna was like, girl, what are you talking about? They're gonna nail me to the cross for this. Desna is just feeling real bad. Like, I tried to take care of everybody. I tried to be there for everybody. And this is the thanks that I get. She feeling pretty down, feeling mighty low. And then the guard comes and tells her you're about to get arraigned. So, this is really not good. Back at the shop, they're destroying evidence and figuring out what to do about Zlata. What are they going to tell her because Desna is not around? They still don't know where Dean is. Virginia was like, let me call him one more time. And Dean says, you know what? He's tired of listening to them. Desna's always taking care of him, but this time he gonna take care of Desna. He gonna help her out. Virginia was like, Dean, just tell me what you about to do. And he was like, don't worry about it. I got it. Okay, Nadine then took all his money that he done made from hammering pickles. He is at the police station. I was like, oh, Lord. You can just see how this could be a disaster. And I was like, where are they going to take this on this episode? Okay, Dean going in there, the police not knowing that he is autistic, not really having much patience, trying to figure it out. Dean is like, I'm here, I want to see my sister. And they're like, she's being arraigned. And he was like, I demand to see my sister, I have this money. And he was like, okay, first of all, you obviously not in your right mind. Okay, and when he said that, I was like, oh my God, please don't manhandle. Please don't do anything to Dean because I ain't going to be able to take it. But they didn't go there. On the episode, all they did was like, you know what, something wrong with you, so we gonna get you out of here. And they just throw him out of the police station. But they really could have took that storyline a whole lot further. I'm sure they probably didn't feel like bringing any type of political, racial, police police violence or anything like that into the storyline, and I actually was relieved. Now Zlata, we see that she is mad about her goon. Okay, she's over at his house. She pissed off. He did on the floor, and she was like, fuck, he done did this. Now she got to apologize to the Haitian fake Dr. Drug Dealer Gregory. Okay, she don't like this one bit. You know what, let me kill his ass again. She pull a gun out and shoot him one more time. You gotta love Zlata. Back at the court, Desna's being arraigned, and they are charging her with money laundering, racketeering, and obstruction. Desna's trying to plead her case, and they were like, no, this is just the arraignment. We ain't, you ain't got to be giving us all of this. Where is your lawyer? Desna was like, her lawyer's not there yet, but she's trying to tell him how she takes care of her special needs brother, and she's not a criminal, and the judge don't want to hear it. Well, thank goodness the lawyer finally does come in, and the lawyer's like, I'm sorry I'm late. The prosecution want to hold Desna as a flight risk, but the lawyer does her job and does her magic, and they actually let Desna go on a $500,000 bail. Okay, Desna's like, I don't have that. That's $50,000. And the lawyer's like, don't worry about it. I got it. I was like, probably know somebody like that. Well, damn. Now let's jump over to Rolla and Uncle Daddy. Rolla tells Uncle Daddy and Toby. Is that his name, Toby? Again, everybody ain't got to tell me. Rolla tells Uncle Daddy and Toby, I hope that's his name, that Desna was got because somebody was wearing a wire, and that they trying to get her in there for money laundering. Okay, so Rolla's like, we got to get her out of there. And Uncle Daddy was like, damn. That usually means that the feds is going to be coming after them. So now they know that they got to really get rid of these drugs that they done stolen from the Haitian fake Dr. Drug Dealer Gregory. And they got to do that shit yesterday. Now, speaking of the Haitian fake Dr. Drug Dealer Gregory, he's in the pool, and he's with his mama. Zlata calls him to apologize, okay? Yeah, my goon, he did, take the drugs and everything, but I didn't know shit about it, okay? So, I'm just calling to apologize, and are we good? And the Haitian fake Dr. Drug Dealer Gregory says, yeah, we good. But when they hang up the phone, Zlata was like, oh yeah, we not good. She is in his crosshairs now. The mama tells him that, I ain't never liked the fact that you was with her. She is Russian and you trust her too much. But you know what? She gonna take you down. She gonna take over your whole operation. And while you sitting there looking like you all care about her and everything, she don't give a damn about you. Child, sometimes our mamas get on our nerves, but honey, mamas usually know best. Now, Uncle Daddy done made some calls, and you know what? He got somebody to come and buy up these damn drugs. I guess part of the Dixie Mafia, they coming to pick up these drugs. But, nope, when they come in there, child, it's a setup, and they pulling guns on Uncle Daddy and Roller and Uncle Daddy pulling out guns and everything. And Uncle Daddy was like, wait a minute, what you doing? Like, we family, okay? Second, third cousins down the line, but still. They mad that Uncle Daddy been working with a commie. He was like, I ain't been working with her. She killed my wife. And then Roller says, and she shot my brother. And they was like, oh, damn, really? Okay, he was all positive and shit. They was hurt that Bryce was shot. So now they was like, oh, no, we can't have that. Uncle Daddy says, yeah, that's why we need your help. We not trying to work with them. We trying to get them taken out. They was like, okay, well, what was you thinking, Uncle Daddy? And he was like, well, you know what, help us. We gonna sell all this and we'll split the money. And at the same time, we gonna get back at the Russians. Then we see Roller, you know, him and his country cousins, you know, they digging graves and drinking, okay, out in the middle of the boondocks woods somewhere, you know, and playing Crossroads. These are the type of scenes that crack me up. Toby there, he dancing, child, they drinking, he digging the grave, I guess, for these Haitians. It's just the funniest fucking mess. Now let's jump over to Jen and Bryce. Jen tells Bryce that Desna was caught with a wire, okay, and they arrested her. And, you know, Bryce is sort of like, well, really? You know, kind of Bryce is out of it because he's on medication and everything, farting and all of that. So, you know, she's talking about how she needs to talk to the doctors to see if they can lighten up on some of that morphine because Bryce is not himself. We see that Bryce is not himself. You know how every episode they get this weird dream sequence? Well, we see that Bryce is having a dream about him being a motivational speaker. Okay, I think they said it was TED Talk. He's talking about how he, you know, what happened to him in this dream. He's talking about how you can recover from life after adversity. And that's when Hank shows up in his dream. And Hank is like, yeah, and you know, how I recover from adversity is by going deep in your wife. And the way he does that is making sure that the husband is a weak-minded drug dealer that hasn't been paying attention to his wife. So poor Bryce, you know, it's like he's having this dream with Hank, but then, you know, he kind of wakes up and I'm like, is Hank in the hospital room with Bryce? I'm thinking that Bryce might be imagining that, but then I'm like, no, we know that Hank knows where he is and exactly what room he's in. So, you know, I was like, okay, Hank is there and Hank is putting something in his IV, and you know, Bryce is like, no, don't do that. Hank is telling him, I'm going to take care of Jen and the kids. And I don't know what he put in Bryce's IV. I guess it was something to make him fall asleep. So then later on, Bryce tells Jen how Hank was there. And, you know, he's still kind of out of it, talking about how Hank is going to braid cornrow the baby's hair. He real disturbed about this. But Jen was like, you know, still kind of writing it off. You know, he's on this medication. He's in the hospital. I'm sure everything is going to be fine. Don't worry about it. So she's talking to him on the phone. And when she gets off the phone with him, you know, she hangs up and then looks at some pictures in the house and she notices that it's Hank's face in the pictures where Bryce should be, you know, family pictures and portraits and everything. She's like, what the fuck? And that's when we find out that Hank is actually in the house and he's cooking in the kitchen. Hey, baby, how you doing? He fully 100% crazy now, and Jen is looking like, oh my God, I am in trouble. He's telling her how he's there now. He gonna take care of her and the kids, and Jen is trying to tell him that he needs to leave. You know, he's not doing that. He get the manhandling her. You know, she tried to pick up a knife, and he knocked a knife out of her hand. And he tells her that, you know, when the girls get home, that he gonna take her and the kids, and you know what, they gonna leave there and get a new start, you know, and start the healing process. What healing process? I was like, this fool is 100% crazy. As the day goes on and Jen is still there, kind of captive, kidnapped or whatnot, you know, they waiting for the girls to get home. And she was like, you know, when the girls get home, they usually be hangry. Okay, how about I order a pizza and it'll be here waiting for them when they get home. So, you know, Hank is okay with that. So she makes a call, okay, tries to call 911, but he takes the phone and hangs up. And he was like, you know what, call this different pizza place. He puts in that number and she's talking to that pizza place, but she clicks over and it calls Bryce and then tells Bryce, you know, I'm ordering a vegetarian pizza. I guess she's using words that she knows that Bryce was like, vegetarian, like, are you okay? Is Hank there? Yep, he's there. Are you in danger? Yep, I'm in danger. Okay, so, you know, she done got Bryce all excited and upset. You know, he can't let his girl be in danger. So Jen is there waiting for the kids to get home. I'm thinking like, where are the kids? Who had the kids? And Hank is like, how about, we waste a little time while we waiting on the girls to get home. He ready for some hanky panky. Well, Jen don't want to fuck him. She's just waiting for the cavalry to come. And then we see out the corner of our eyes, Bryce, this fool is there in his hospital gown. He is there, I guess, to save his girl. Now, how did he get out the hospital? And he was always, he was all drugged up and everything. I was just like, this is silly. But, their little scenes are always kind of silly. But anyway, when he comes crashing in the damn place and he gonna be fighting, now he got a spinal injury, remember, but he has to protect the honor of his girl. So he's fighting with Hank, and then the police come in there and Hank take off running and the police is chasing after him and everything. I'm like, hopefully they'll get this, because this is a mess. Okay, but Bryce, he's so happy with it. He's with his girl and he says, I saved you. I said, please let Bryce not be paralyzed from all of this. And then jumping over to Ken and Polly. At the clinic is druggies as usual. And, Ken's nerves is bad. When he done changed up the operation and he ain't trying to give everybody as many drugs as they used to. And, people is upset out there in the lobby, Rollers there. And he's like, look, why you can't switch shit up now? These people here, they want their drugs. You're supposed to give it. We don't need nothing else right now because Desna got popped. And he was like, Ken was like, oh, so what they got to do with me? I didn't say anything. He's like, Roller's like, I didn't say that you said anything, Ken. Dr. Ken was like, so you saying it's my fault that she got popped? No, I didn't say that. Ken is acting all guilty and paranoid like he already is, but even on another level. But so much is going on, Roller don't realize that Dr. Ken is acting a fool. He just tells Dr. Ken that he need to, get it together because you losing it. Whatever's up your ass, you need to get it out, okay? And Dr. Ken po thing just collapses crying in Roller's arms. This is not the job for him. But Ken is trying to talk to Polly and tell her what happened. But Polly is so preoccupied with all this shit that's going on with Desna, she never really gives him the chance to talk. And right when he's about to tell her and he's asking her, can you forgive me for this? And then she's sort of like, what? And then the FBI bust in. Okay, remember they was worried that they was going to be, that they were going to have a search warrant for their will. Now they here. So they're raiding the place and trying to get everything that they can. I was like, please let them have gotten rid of any evidence. While they're raiding, Polly lets Dr. Ken know that, somebody around them was wearing a wire. But, when she finds out, she is going to skin that person, okay, and hang them from their toes. Because who would do something like this? And, Dr. Ken was like somebody that was under extreme pressure. Dr. Ken is trying to get her to see the other side, but Polly is like, oh, hell no. Don't worry, baby. I'm going to make sure I sniff them out and I'm going to get them. And that's what Dr. Ken is worried about the most. Now, Desna is out. And I'm thinking like, well, good. Polly's lawyer worked. Okay, except it wasn't Polly's lawyer. When they get out of the jailhouse and Desna's walking down the walkway, they walk up to a car and the window rolls down and it's Zlata. Zlata's lawyer is the one that got her out. So she tells Desna to get in the car. She's asking Desna like, why didn't you tell me what was going on? We hear all this banging in the back. That is actually Polly's lawyer in the trunk. They had to retain him and use Zlata's lawyer. But anyway, Desna was like, I didn't want to add you in anything. Okay, Desna's whole thing is, I'm not gonna snitch on you. That's not the kind of person I am. I've always stayed loyal to you. She would never betray her. And so that's when Zlata was like, well, I got to tell you that, me and the Haitian fake Dr. Drug Dealer Gregory, we've been partners. He betrayed you. And Desna was like, what? You and the Haitian fake Dr. Drug Dealer Gregory betrayed me? Kind of acting like she didn't already know. You guys have both been lying to me a long time. Zlata was like, yeah, I know. Okay. But, he knows me well. He thinks that I stole his cocaine and now I know he's coming after me. Even though I did, fuck you over like that, I need to work with you so that we can take him down. She takes Desna back to the shop and Desna goes in there and she's, everybody's happy to see her, and Desna right away tells them how she's working with Zlata. And Quiet Ann was like, I cannot believe this. You are just fresh out of jail and you already talking about getting back in bed with the damn devil. Quiet Ann don't want a part of it. I'm out of here. Okay, while she walking out the door, Desna says, Quiet Ann, your girl is the one who arrested me. She working for the feds, Quiet Ann. That's not true. She's a security guard. I pick her up every day. And she was like, no, honey, she's working undercover for the feds and she played you. Quiet Ann is heartbroken. She cannot believe it. This is the girl that she loves that betrayed her this way. Desmond was like, I'm sorry, but she got a file on all of us the size of damn roots. So she played you. And poor Quiet Ann is so hurt. Okay, how could she do this to me? Now back to Polly, we see her get home and her bought daughter's mama's there, okay, and she's clean. All right, so now she's just like, I'm a changed person, and she basically wants to get her daughter back. Okay, Polly was like, do you forget that you sold her for 4 Gucci bags? Like, no, you're not coming here and taking her like that. Hey, I've been dealing with this girl heartache and attitude. You know, the girl was like, I've been giving attitude. You know, Polly was just like, so no, you can't just come in here and take her back. So Polly puts her out. But before she leaves, she tells her daughter that she never stopped loving her. But, you know, Polly also lets her daughter know that she loves her so much. You know, go on in the other room and, you know, take a breather from all of this. Now, Dr. Ken, he finally is able to catch up with Polly and tell her that he is the one that was wearing a wire. She was like, what? You are the one that put Desna in jail. He was trying to tell her that he thought that the damn wire was for Zlata, not for Desna. She said, why didn't you tell me? Well, he was trying to tell her, but it was after the fact. But she was just like, you know, I have been in jail with pedophiles and murderers and everything. You know what's worse? A snitch. Snitches get stitches, bitch. Get out. I said, poke Ken. He really do love his Polly, and honey, Polly is done. So then we see Polly having a little breakdown in her bought daughter's arms. Okay, she really needs the bought daughter, and the bought daughter actually looked stressed to me. I was like, oh child, did the bought daughter want to go off with the mama? Some tell me Polly about to lose her. Now we see Dean, he's at work, hammering pickles, you know, and he's operating on pure frustration and anger. Virginia shows up there and she's telling him that Desna's out. He was like, look, I don't want to talk about Desna right now. She was like, well, just tell me what happened. And he was like, you know, I'm just annoyed with Desna because she continues to make bad life choices. And when everything happens, he's the one that ends up getting hurt. He's just tired of getting pushed around and back and forth with Desna and all her drama. So Virginia was like, well, did you tell her that? And he was like, I did tell her that, but she don't listen. I mean, she treats me like a child. Virginia was like, no, listen, you are a grown-ass man. You have a job, you make money, you take care of me, and I love you. It's just you and me together, okay? Look at me. It's us, all right? And that seems to calm Dean down. I was like, oh, I just love their little relationship, you guys. I was about to call her Kariuchi. Oh, Pikachu does a good job on this show. She's a good actress. Now Desna goes, I guess, to drop Anne off to go and talk to her girlfriend, you know, and before she gets out the van, Desna tells her, you know what, Quiet Anne, you were right. And that she loves her. Desna says, girl, be strong. Quiet Anne was like, yeah, she want to kill her. Girl, we don't need you going back to jail. So Anne is in there and she's going off on the girlfriend, and the girlfriend is just really matter of fact, like, sort of like her attitude is like, well, oh well, I had to do this to get my job back, the job that you lost for me. So I mean, I understand why the girlfriend is like that, but it was just like, if you really did kind of care for Quiet Anne, it seems like you wouldn't have got her involved. But then maybe I understand why the girlfriend feel like that, even though we pissed at her damn ass. I just hate that she just so careless with Anne's feelings. Like, if you want an apology, then you ain't getting it here. Quiet Anne was like, did you have any real feelings for me? And she was just like, it don't even matter now. I was like, well, damn. Quiet Anne was like, well, I can't be with anybody that I feel is lying to me. The girlfriend was like, well, then I guess that's it. There's the door. I said, well, girl, I guess it really wasn't real. Quiet Anne, go on and protect your heart, bitch. It's other bitches out there for you. And after Desna drops off Quiet Anne, I guess she takes it on back home, and that's when she sees Dean moving out. And she's like, where you going? What you doing? And he was like, I just gotta go. I can't keep going through this with you. All your illegal stuff, him getting pulled into it, is too much on him. So he's leaving. Desna was like, Dean, is that really what you want? He says, yes, because you always say stuff gonna change, and it never does. Okay, of course, Dean is always gonna keep it 1,000. So he's out of there. Poor Desna has a little breakdown on the stairs. She can't believe her Dean is gone. But then she gets an idea and she goes to Hammer and Pickles. She tells Zlata that they need to talk. So Zlata's like, come in. Okay, closed door. So Desna tells her she's been thinking about her options. Okay, I know the first plan was for me to get married to the Haitian fake Dr. Drug Dealer Gregory, and then you guys kill me and take the license. Okay, that plan is out. How about I get married to the Haitian fake Dr. Haitian fake Dr. Drug Dealer Gregory. You kill him. I'll sign over all his assets to you except for the clinic. You know I can't do that. But you'll get everything else, and I go on with my life and you go on with yours. How's that? Okay, Zlata's for it. So back in business are Zlata and Desna, and now we got it out for the Haitian fake Dr. Drug Dealer Gregory. Alright, you guys, that is it. Make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm itsrox. The channel is for itsrox, and everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. Alright. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Till next time, rock stars. Bye.